What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, there's a bunch of firsts happening on this channel with this review, so I'm pretty excited to talk about it. So, of course, this is the first review I've ever done from a home brewer, which my boy, New Texican Brewing down in Texas, he's a home brewer. He's working on actually getting a brewery set up right now, but I got in touch with him, and he decided to send me over the 4 beers he has available right now. So within the next 4 weeks, we're going to be doing one of those brews once a week. So today, we're going to be taking a look at his gluten-free Blood Orange Summer Ale. And it's like, I've never had a beer that's gluten-free, first of all. And I've never had a beer that's been done by a home brewer. So, just look at that. Pretty simple label on there. Of course, you guys are written down on there as well. So I'm pretty damn excited about this one because I hear he's a pretty loyal fan base from what I've heard down in Texas and all that stuff. I know people get a hold of him. Best way to order beer from him is get a hold of him on Instagram, and you'll be able to do it that way. Unfortunately, he's going through like a moving process right now, so he really doesn't have any back stock at the moment. So you can kind of keep in touch with him, get a hold of him, let them know that I sent you his way, and he'll take care of you. That's what he told me today. So I'm really excited for this one. I've never had a beer that's gluten-free before, so it's going to be a very interesting situation. It's actually brewed with, what's the grain called? It's called sorghum. Sorghum, I think it is. It's a specialty grain that's gluten-free. So I'm really excited to see if this does anything when it comes to changing the flavor of the beer at all. But I think this one's going to be, if it's a Blood Orange Summer Ale, I'm expecting nice, maybe like wheat and barley notes in here, with a very strong, orangey, pungent, citrusy flavor as well. So I'm pretty excited for this one. Comes out at a 5.2% ABV. So yeah, very sessionable, very easy summer drinking beer. Obviously, it's a summer ale, so it's going to be something that's perfect for a nice hot day. So I'm excited. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open because I'm curious. I've been wanting to try this stuff so bad. Okay, so let's see what we get on the smell. Oh, wow. Holy blood orange, Batman. Wow, that's... yeah, straight blood orange in your face. Very bright citrusy. I think there might be like a nice citrusy sweetness along with this one, because summer ales kind of definitely have like a nice sweetness to them. Of course, their main focus is to be very refreshing. Definitely something that you want on a nice hot summer day. And yeah, I think this is going to hit every note of that. Who knows? It might be a slight tartness to it for the blood orange, because it's a citrus, so there might be a slight tartness, but let's see how this pours. Be drinking out of my Black Horizon Brewing Company glass, and let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. Definitely has that kind of, almost like a pinkish, orangish kind of color to it. I know blood oranges kind of have that darker kind of color to them, but look at that. Able to fill up the entire glass. Yes, I am. And that looks absolutely delicious. Definitely has that color that makes you think of a blood orange for sure. Oh, that's like, there's definitely going to be like an effervescence to this, I know, just by the smell. I don't want to say it's like a perfumey smell, but it's like a citrusy sweetness. But yeah, kind of, it's really nice. Holy crap, that smells absolutely delicious. So without further ado, everybody, first time drinking a home brew, first time drinking a gluten-free beer in general. So let's see how this goes. So cheers, everybody. Happy Thursday. Wow. Okay. So right off the bat, getting like a nice, straight in-your-face blood orange. That's exactly what I expected out of this. Definitely the bright citrusy notes come through very nice. Getting kind of like a hoppy, like kind of note in the background. So it's like a little bit of hoppiness in there to kind of let you know that it's has like a little bit of a slight bitterness, but not like a sour bitterness or kind of anything like that. Definitely a very nice, refreshing, effervescent beer. Not really getting much anything out of here when it comes to noticing anything different about it. Like I was thinking maybe with the kind of the thing they used in here, that with it being gluten-free, it was going to taste different, but I'm not really getting anything that kind of gives you the note of it being different than in your everyday gluten-involved beer. Very bright, effervescent, very bubbly mouthfeel. There's like a nice blood orange sweetness along here with it. It's definitely not your everyday orange kind of flavor in this for sure. So, because blood oranges definitely have a very unique flavor to it that's different from your everyday orange. So, I think this is, yeah, he absolutely nailed it for sure. Definitely really refreshing. Straight blood orange in your face. Getting like little hints of like barley, wheat, and maybe like a little bit of a hoppiness in there. But that's just kind of giving you those reminiscence that you're drinking a beer for sure. Yeah, that's absolutely delicious. Wow, that is really good. Definitely something that's perfect for a summer day for sure. So, this is going to be an interesting one on Untappd because he recently just got his beers on Untappd. So, looking at the Untappd page for this beer, it's the gluten-free Blood Orange Summer Ale, 5.3% ABV, so easily sessionable. And with 18 IBUs, giving it like a little bit of a hoppy bitterness to it. I think that balances out really well and doesn't make the blood orange in there too sweet at all. Definitely just makes it overall, just kind of washes away that sweet, citrusy blood orange flavor that just sticks in your palate. Kind of that little bit of like a hoppiness at the end. But this one only has one rating. One rating because he just got his beers on Untappd, and the one person that checked it in gave it a 4.25 out of 5, saying hard to believe this is gluten-free, but it is. And I definitely agree with this. It's very difficult for you to know the difference between this kind of beer with it being gluten-free than any kind of different summer ale you'd be drinking in general. So this is the perfect style of beer where you may be dealing with a gluten allergy. This would be right up your alley. You can still drink beer. You can still get the flavors that you like out of a nice summer ale, a nice orange, like with a blood orange summer ale, but you don't have to worry about the gluten allergy, which I think I give him big props to, because gluten allergies do tend to come out late in years, like later in age. I've started to notice my cousin started to come out and say that she has a gluten allergy, so she's been kind of cutting back on beers a little bit because it's starting to like do stuff to her, and it's just gluten allergies kind of suck, to be honest. So with this one being available and having that nice sweetness to it, giving you reminiscence of drinking a nice beer with it without having the gluten in there, is a very nice touch to it. This is definitely more in that realm of like a nice, sweeter beer. This is definitely not something to where if you're like a hophead, this may not be the one that's like right on your palate, to where if you're looking for something nice and hoppy, this isn't what you're going to get. You're going to get very vibrant blood orange, citrus, kind of wheat and barley kind of flavors in there as well. But overall, yeah, very effervescent, very bubbly on the mouthfeel. Doesn't really have a creaminess to me at all. But overall, it's just a very, very nice, solid, refreshing summer beer for sure. I really like that effervescency kind of bubbly thing that it does to your mouth as well. So, let's start thinking about what we're going to do for ratings on this one, since this guy is a home brewer, so it's different what we're going to be doing. If it's like, if I got this in a flight situation, might be a little bit different, because if you got a flight, you'd be getting all 4 of his beers that he has available. So let's look at can art. I'm going to look at this at a little bit of different perspective when it comes to, because this is just New Texican's logo. Of course, it's like you're getting pretty much a crowler, where they put the label on there and he pretty much writes in permanent marker what the flavor or what beer you're going to be drinking. So definitely a nice touch for somebody who's starting out. I really like his logo. Very classy. He definitely wants you to know that he's from Texas. It looks probably like it's down in like the Houston area. So very nice. Really like there. I didn't have to worry about with any kind of like label peeling off that like that. So he did a really good job on getting the correct style labels to stay on there. So really good on that. Style of can's really nice. Nice tall boy. But yeah, nothing really too out of the ordinary with can art, which when it comes to somebody being a home brewer and giving their beers availability to people by going onto his Instagram and purchasing them through that, yeah, I think he did a pretty damn good job. It's not like it's just an empty can with tape on it and he wrote on the tape. It's nothing like that. He has a nice solid to make his beer look pretty damn classy for just starting out, as kind of working his way up to having an actual brewery. So if he gets to the point where he opens up the brewery, has more beers, maybe does distribution with labels and everything, I think he has a good thing going. If this is how he's going to start, yeah, I'm really looking forward to what it looks like in the future with this stuff, because I feel like his labels will just get that much better. So really, really cool. Got to give this for being a home brewer and having such simplistic labels like this, for what he was accomplishing. Yeah, he absolutely nailed it. So I'll give this a solid 4 out of 5 for can art for this kind of style of situation, because this situation when it comes to can art and all this stuff is very different, because it's not an actual go-to brewery you can go to. You may be able to go to some bars down in like the Houston or maybe around that area he's in and find his beer on tap over there. I know he's had a couple like breweries he's teamed up with the way they put one of his beers on tap to kind of promote his stuff. So you might have availability to get some of his other stuff through that. Or maybe if a brewery's looking to pick up a gluten-free option and not wanting to brew a gluten-free option themselves, they can pick this up and have it promoting somebody local, promoting somebody new, just to kind of show that the craft beer industry is very supportive of each other, and it's just a more of a teamwork oriented kind of industry, which, yeah, I would definitely drink this again. So if I went to a brewery and this beer from New Texican was on tap, I got it in a flight, would I get another one? Yeah, it's pretty damn solid. I really like the blood orange flavor of this a lot. There's a very, very nice sweetness to it. It's definitely more what I consider in that realm of a fruit beer, which I'm not against at all. I love all kinds of styles of beers, so when it comes to trying something new like this that isn't like a style of beer I drink too often, having a nice change of pace and having a very nice different flavor profile than what I'm used to trying is definitely something that my palate is really, really enjoying. Yeah, super solid. Super, super solid. So big shout outs to New Texican for sending all 4 of these beers my way. We're going to be seeing 3 more of them coming up in the next few weeks. I know I got a Farmhouse Saison coming. Let's see, I got a Rye IPA, which I'm really excited to try. And then we have a Fruited Berliner Weiss, Blackberry Pomegranate Fruited Berliner Weiss from him. That's lower in ABV, but I bet you it's going to be that. Saw him post a picture of it as that very like smoothie kind of consistency to it, so I'm really excited for that one. But yeah, he absolutely nailed this one for being a gluten-free option. I can't tell the difference at all between it being gluten-free and another beer with this style having gluten in it, because I've had different summer ales before and there's a lot of similarities between these two. So having this option available I think is a really, really cool thing, and kind of has him stand out as a home brewer, plus having him stand out when it comes to opening up a brewery and having this option there. That's going to bring people to the brewery for sure, because there's a lot of people with gluten allergies. It's surprising, and some of those people might be like to be beer drinkers, so having that option, it's perfect. So what's my final rating on this one going to be? So I'm going to have to agree with the person that checked this in. It's very, very solid. I really like the sweetness. I'm a huge citrus fan when it comes to any beers that I have. Just anything with kind of like an orange, lemon kind of citrus to it automatically gives it higher ratings for me, just because I'm a citrus head. So drinking this one and kind of seeing what he was trying to create with this one and absolutely nailing out the head. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you can get this one, because the only way you're going to be able to get a hold of his beers right now, it's a very simple process. Most of us here are probably on Instagram. He may not have backstock right now, but if you place an order with him, just hit him up on Instagram. Say you want to purchase some beers. Of course, let him know that I sent you. He'll make sure you're taken care of pretty well. And he usually gets that stuff out pretty quick. So he's going to be brewing pretty soon. He's in the process of moving right now. So within the next few weeks, I'll give you updates of when is the best time to kind of hit up his Instagram to want to purchase some of this stuff. You can get a 4-pack. Practically, his packaging and the boxes are great. It's a specific kind of box that has the kind of like the foam insides that makes transporting the beer through the mail is actually a really, really... His packaging is definitely some of the best packaging I've seen from getting beer in the mail. So you're not going to have to worry about anything getting banged up or kind of the cans being dented in transit. He'd make sure that all that stuff is taken care of right away. So you got to give him big props for that. But if anybody here is looking out to try stuff from a home brewer that may want to see what that kind of experience is like, hit up Texican Brewing on Instagram. The link to his profile is down in the description below for you guys. I would highly recommend it. For this being the first one I've tried, if you have family members that are gluten-free, that are beer drinkers, and they want to have a good option out there, this would be definitely one that I'd have on the list for giving them that option to drink beer still. Because it's absolutely delicious. So I think my final rating for this one, with all the citrusy flavors, all that nice sweetness to it, for it being a nice, refreshing, low ABV summer ale, yeah, I'm going to give this a solid 7.75 out of 10. Really good. Really, really good. And I'm kind of excited to try out more of his stuff. I'm definitely going to be giving a close eye out to that rye IPA. I really want to know what that's all about. And plus, that fruited blender Weiss is going to be probably fantastic as well. So other than that, guys, again, huge shout out to Texican Brewing for sending these out my way again. I wanted to purchase these from him, and he said, don't worry about it. He sent all 4 of them out free of charge for me. So big shout outs to him again. You greatly appreciated. Oh, of course, go over to his Instagram, show him some love, shoot him a follow, and possibly when things get less busy for him when it comes to moving down the road, you can go on his Instagram and order some beers from him. You just had to shoot him a DM, and you guys can work out the details from there. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you everybody again for hanging out. You guys are amazing. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. It helped me out a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. Let you know whenever I go live, do another review. But if you want to see some people hanging out on like a social media platform for beer drinkers, it's a nice little app that you can download, or you can go to their website if you're doing anything on desktop. Always going to recommend Untapped. It's a really cool platform. You can check in beers, get badges, all kinds of other deals show up on there when it comes to their merch store. You can get glassware, shirts, you name it. So it's a really, really cool platform. You can find people like Wintucky. Let's see. Ian's on there. BC's on there. Duchess is on there. The Typhons are on there. So really, really a bunch of people out there that you can kind of see what they're drinking, see what other people are checking in, all that kind of stuff. It's just a really, really fun platform. So highly recommend getting yourself on there. Of course, if you're on there, haven't shot me a friend request, what the hell are you doing? Shoot me your friend request. My link to my profile is down in the description below as well. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday, and we know how we usually do things here on Thursdays. So before we get out of here, I'm going to do it like I always do it on Thursday. And I'm going to say it like I always say it. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And let's do this, people. Cheers. See ya.